Dan Fudge, how was that for you?
Exhausting. Am I red?
A little bit, yeah.
Yeah. I'm blaming the sun on that because normally I'm in peak physical condition usually. So
Of course.
yeah, it's the sun obviously that's taking its toll on my nose and face and nether regions.
So I hear that you scored a goal.
I did not score a goal.
Yes, you did.
The big fat lad did it, and I kicked him in the throat. That's what happened.
There is a rumour that Dan Fudge scored an own goal.
I think, in fairness to you, you played a lot more minutes than you thought you were going to play,
Yeah,
didn't you?
that is a concern that I got allayed very early doors and realised these are older than fatter than me. That I was the young whippersnapper of the whole shebang there. You know what I mean?
Enough for the filler, lad. You take that. Just step aside. Come on, let the big man in. There you go.
Oh, here we are. So what went wrong, Peaks?
I came on. And I went drastically wrong after that. And that's what I was trying to figure out. There's a perfect hat trick in there for me in regulation size goals, but it's almost like a five-a-side goal. I think everybody could see the quality is still there, but it's just the goals are too small.
I must admit, you've got to admit, watching you, McGovern, Hamshaw, there was still a real quality there, wasn't there? There's still something that doesn't leave you, no matter what level you've played at, no matter what level you are now. There was still a real skill there.
Oh, from them you could see that. You could just see it was getting banged forward to me in the air. It's just doing what I normally do, try and barge defenders. But you know what? It's good playing with them. You can see they've still got the vision. JP still does a bit. He still wants to play another year. Hammy's in doing the coaching and that, and he still does a little bit. But it was good. It's a good day. All right, fella.
I'm all right.
Peaks, while we've got you, what are your thoughts on next season for Sheffield Wednesday?
On the back line, you certainly need a little bit more depth. I think you've got fantastic players in the centre of midfield, but you have a look at like Huddleston and Izzy Brown as well. They offer something different, you know what I mean? So when you are kind of backs against the wall, they give you that out, whether it's distribution or whether that's been a bit of run with the ball.
Halfway through, he's still knackered. His legs are look tired. I thought, is that what we're talking about? No.
No.
Sorry.
I try to get us back in again. I'm saying we probably need another right winger who can deliver and a big man who can flick it on at Wednesday next year.
Definitely.
They're going to go for it.
Yeah, as long as they're looking to pay £10 a week, then I think it should be there.
Basic conversation is, what does Sheffield Wednesday need to get promoted next year?
Probably a little bit of consistency in terms of the whole season. Maybe defensively, but I think it's easy to sit at the game and criticise. I think they've got a good manager, a good setup. They're spending well, and there's nothing stopping them getting promotion.
If you were Carlos, where would be the first place that you're going to strengthen this summer?
I think I'd be in Dubai first to start with, strengthening. I think you can always be better. You can always make your team better. I think he'll know that in terms of where he was last year, and the remit will be promotion this year. I think in terms of each season getting better. I think probably maybe centre defence he'll look at. I think any manager looks up the centre of the pitch, I would say. And
who else do you think we could have a look at, and we'll probably have a look at us as well?
For me, it's hard to say because I don't know the league that well. I watch Wednesday, that's it. I've got zero interest in anybody else in the league, if I'm totally honest. So, but I look at the teams who have played, and I go back to, I know it was last year, you need somebody who can find the pitch, whether that's taking the ball and travelling, making key passes, or find that distribution. Huddleston, Brown, somebody who can change the tempo of the game, because it seemed like at the end they were playing not to get beat, not actually playing to win, and whether that's because they realise within the squad they haven't got those key players. You lose Wallace early on the game. Yeah. He's a key figure because he's got that. He's very much in the JP mode, you know what I mean? Yeah, but that's exactly it, because he can change it from anywhere on the pitch. I'm bumming you up here, by the way.
I'm loving it. I wasn't even that good, I tell you that.
He's a cheeky little Scottish winger who's willing to. You would have easily done the stuff with Huddersfield, like nicking the notes off him and everything else. It's that sort of character that actually makes a difference to a team, isn't it?
Yeah, because off the pitch, and that is obviously a nice guy, but on there, half of it's getting in people's heads and annoying them, and that's what they're good at. Scottish people are quite good at that. Apparently, so.
That's what we get brought to football. That's what we get told to do.
Yeah, that and drinking.
Yeah, no, we don't do the drinking. No, we apparently do the drinking.
Apparently, yeah. But I don't think what we do, you class as drinking. I think that's just a couple after work.
That's like drinks with in-laws.
Yeah.
So as far as you two are going now, then what are you doing outside of Sheffield Wednesday now. What is your career now, Pete? What are you up to?
I've got my A licence now, coach, and I'm head of youth down at Eastleigh. I was reserve manager last year, but with Canada reserves. So for me, it's just about learning the job. I'm in no hurry to be a first team manager at all, because too many people go in at the deep end, get found out, and then you never hear them again. I want to make a career out of it, and for me, you've got, 5 years ago I was doing PPA in schools and after school clubs. I felt it was important to start at the very bottom, because when we were playing, you can maybe disagree, I don't feel I was massively coached in the technical area of it and tactical. We all played 4-4-2, and 9 times out of 10 how those 6 kind of defending, those 4 attack, the better team won. But now it's so much about improving the technical and the tactical side. Formations matter, so being able to see kids adapt to that is my passion just now, and I absolutely love it. I love coaching more than I ever did playing, so for me I want to make a good long career out of that.
What about you, JP?
Me, I've done a lot of different things so far. I'm currently doing a little bit of agent work. I was managing Clyde in the Scottish League 2, the last 12 games there.
Not
the
just
manager
a bloke
left.
called Clyde.
No. I tried to sign him though. Yes. No, I'm still trying to play. I think I've got another season in me to play, and I've said that for the last 5, I think. So no, I'm going to try and play another season in Scotland. I've been home now 4 years. It's different.
Well,
I've sold the tea room and moved on. I've sold the tea room. Yeah.
Right, boys. Final question. Prediction for next season for Sheffield Wednesday.
If they keep the same squad, it's going to be the same result. It's going to be playoffs again, because they've got that. If they want to find the next level, and not just find the next level, they've got to push on. If they're going to get promotion, they need a squad to go in there. So for me, they've got to make 4, 5, maybe 6 signings to improve it, because that's what it's about. Like I said, not just can it improve the squad, but you've got to think, if we're going to get promotion, we've got to be able to compete, or you don't want to be a yo-yo team, so you've got to go up there and make it stick. So if like you say, if you're going to pay £10 million for a player, you're going to make that when you go up anyway. So it's just investment. You've got to see it as that way. So it depends all on the kind of bit of business he does, but bare minimum, you've got to look at playoffs again. The quality is there within the team, but I would just like to see them go to the next level. The key for me is recruitment, and if it brings in 2 or 3, I think I just can't see how they can be at minimum playoffs. But I definitely think the expectation is going to be promotion, regardless how it happens. And as long as you get that into the kind of so-called promised land, I think that'll be job done. But there's good people there. Lee Bullen's there. He knows the leagues. He knows the players. Personalities. He gets to use his contacts and stuff. So I don't see why that won't be a problem. And I genuinely think that at the very least there'll be as playoffs next year.
What does your gut tell you? Do you think we'll do it?
I think it's a real tough league. I don't think I'm going to hang my hat and say they're definitely going to get promotion. I think there's too many big teams in there with massive budgets. Fulham, I think in the last couple of days have not been able to knock back 20 million for one of their players. So that suggests the kind of playground that you're in with the players that are available. So I think it's a real tough ask. I think anybody to say it, who would have said Huddersfield would have been anywhere near there? If you'd interviewed me last year and said Huddersfield will be anywhere near the playoffs, I'd just be no chance with the budget and whatever. But he's been able to create a bit like we had at Wednesday in our playoff season, where he's created a team that all stuck together. They knew their job, they knew their role. There's not any big players in there, and I think there'll be a lot of Championship clubs looking at that as a remit and saying, well, why can't we do that? Why can't we get players in on smaller wages and put them all together and make sure they're all pulling their weight? I think, I watched Moneyball the other day, and it was a bit like that, where they put a team together and got the results, and that will happen. But I think Wednesday, definitely recruitment, and it'll be at the very least playoffs.